Shh. Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
How is everyone doing?
Good, ma'am.
Good.
Very good.
That's really nice. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Bushra. Beta, who is this Anushka Sharma? Who is this Anushka? Beta, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But this
Yes,
Anushka
ma'am.
Sharma is not able to hear, huh? Okay, Divyanka. Beta, can I have the cameras open, please, class? Okay. Fine. I think we were doing geography, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
we'll finish this climate chapter. And
Yes, ma'am.
after that, we'll start with the revisions, right? 18th, you are starting with your test. So I think
Yes, ma'am.
we'll be taking just 2 classes of this climate chapter, and then we'll start with the revisions. Right, Lavish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you could tell me that, I think which particular part we left on.
Ma'am, monsoon as unifying bond.
Okay, monsoon as a unifying bond we have to start from. Fine. What do you understand by unifying? Class? What do you understand by unifying? Anybody in the class?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Adarsh. No one? Divyanka Verma? Do we have Divyanka in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking something. Please answer. What do you understand
Ma'am.
by?
Ma'am, unifying, ma'am, like make one or something.
Making?
Ma'am, making
group.
one or
Bringing together, we can say. Right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else for the same?
Ma'am, group.
And not a group. Unifying bond means making, like bringing, everybody together, binding everyone together. You can say it like that. Now, why they have used this unifying bond? Because we all know that monsoons, they are not equal throughout the country, right? Are they equal? Are they even?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So because they are not equal, or there are variations in the rainfall that is received during the monsoons. In spite of that variation that we have, we all know that variation we have because of the temperature conditions, right? Now, because of the variation that we have during the monsoons in receiving the rainfall, still throughout the country, people, they receive water for irrigation, right? The places where the dams are made, the excess water is stored over there, and then later on it is supplied for cultivation, right?
Okay,
Right.
ma'am.
Now, so
Yes, ma'am.
the water that is supplied for agricultural activities as well as for the rivers to use all over the country, that is why this monsoon, it is called as the unifying bond. Because see, we all wait for the monsoons eagerly, isn't it? Especially the ones who are in the drought area. Lavish, क्या बोला आपने बेटा? In the drought area. No, not drought, but all those people who are into agricultural activities, they are actually, they wait impatiently for the what do you call, monsoons, right? Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine. So can we have Aryan Bhardwaj reading?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you tell the page number as I just?
Bushra, what is the page number?
Ma'am, 35.
Ma'am, 35.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, from monsoon as unifying bond.
As a unifying, beta, unifying.
Yes, ma'am. Unifying. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, from there on.
You have already known. The way the Himalayas protect the subcontinent from extremely cold winds from Central Asia. This enables northern India to have uniformly higher temperatures compared to other areas on the same latitudes. Similarly, The peninsular plateau under the influence of the sea from the three sides has moderate temperature. Despite such moderating influences, there are great variations in the temperature conditions. Never, Nevertheless, the unifying influence of the monsoon on the Indian subcontinent is quite perce-
Precipitable.
percep-
Precipitable.
pre-
Precipitable.
precipitable. The seasonal alteration of the wind system and the associated weather conditions provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons. Even the uncertainties
Uncertainties.
of rains and uneven distribution are much typical of the monsoon. The Indian landscape, its animal and the
Okay,
plant life.
wait. Can we have
Yes, ma'am.
Shrey? Can we have Shrey reading this? The Indian landscape from here.
Ma'am, actually, I don't have book.
Rakshit. Hanji, Rakshit Solanki, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Read beta.
Ma'am, may I start?
Ma'am, married.
Yes, beta. Beta, read. Read, bacha.
Ma'am, may I read?
Ma'am,
May I
married.
read?
Chalo, Abhinath, read.
Okay, ma'am. Indian subcontinent is quite precipitable. The
Like,
seasonal
not from here.
alteration of the
Beta, we are on page 59 and the second line. The Indian landscape.
Indian landscape, its animal and plant life, its entire agricultural calendar, and the life of the people, including their festivals, revolve around the phenomenon. Year after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly await the arrival of the monsoon. These monsoon winds blind the whole country by providing water to set the agricultural activities in motion. The river valleys which carry this water also unite as a single river valley unit.
Okay. Anything in this to be explained again, class? See, we all know. Okay, let me tell you. See, in the first paragraph, they are simply telling you that why there are variations in the rainfall that comes during the monsoons because of the variation in the temperature, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then they say that even the seasonal alteration of the wind systems and the associated weather conditions provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons. We all know that. See, when monsoons are there, we all know after that we'll be having summer, winters. After winters we will have which season, which third season comes after winters? Autumn, and then we have the summers, right class? So these monsoons, they are basically the indication of the rhythmic cycle of the various seasons that we have. And then they are talking about the Indian landscape, its animal and plant life, its entire agricultural calendar, and the life of the people, including their festivities revolve around this phenomena. Now, which phenomena they are talking about? They are talking about the monsoons. They are talking about the seasons. We all know that different seasons, we have different festivals, right? Then the places, those areas or regions which receive, ample of rainfall, the wildlife, the plant life and the wildlife is different of those areas, whereas those places where scanty rainfall is there, in those regions the plant life and the wildlife is completely different. If we talk about Rajasthan, and if we talk about, Assam or Arunachal Pradesh, we all know that these areas, Rajasthan is a place which receives very less rainfall, but and the kind of, plant life and the animal life that we have in Rajasthan is completely different from Assam or from Arunachal Pradesh. Do you agree to this or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Right. Then similarly, if we talk about the festivals, different festivals are associated with the seasons that we have. Plus, we have some agricultural festivals also. Some are associated with the harvesting and some are associated with the sowing. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes,
due
ma'am.
to the changes in the season that we have, we experience, different festivals. Like different places in our country, they celebrate different festivals because of the changes in the seasons. I hope these 2, 3, 4 lines are understood to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, they say that year after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly await the arrivals of the monsoons. These monsoon winds bind the whole country by providing water to set the agricultural activities in motion. The river valleys which carry this water also unite as a single river valley unit. अब ये जो river valleys का इन्होंने क्यों reference दिया है बेटा यहाँ पे? We all know that these river valleys that we have, there are several dams which have been constructed on various rivers that we have, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then there are these river valleys, these dams that have been constructed over these rivers. They supply, water equally throughout the region where these are made, so that, proper irrigation or proper water supply can be given to the agricultural feeds that we have. I hope this is clear and understood to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Shelley, that's really very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Let us come to the question. Anything that you have not understood?
No, nothing, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Pradyunsh?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that has not been like that you could not understand?
Ma'am, all clear.
Okay, fine. Let us do the question answers. We are left with sufficient time. So let us come to the first exercise that we have. Can we have Ankur Gangwa reading the first question?
Which one of the following places received the highest rainfall in the world?
Ma'am, option B.
Ma'am, option B.
Mohsin Ram. Mohsin Ram is the correct answer. Very good. Now, second one. Can we have Bushra reading the question?
Yes, ma'am. The wind blowing in the northern plains in summers is known as Lu.
Lou.
Yes, ma'am. Lou.
The wind blowing in the northern plains in summers is known as Lu. Very good. Next, can we have Vanshraj reading?
Which one of the following causes rainfall during winters in northwestern part of India?
Western disturbance.
It is the western disturbances. Very good. Is he correct?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Ma'am, cyclonic disturbance.
बेटा नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में तो साइक्लोन्स आते ही नहीं है मेरे बच्चे, वो सही कह रहा है वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंसेस.
Ma'am, it is cyclonic depression.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, cyclonic depressions.
बेटा नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट में.
Ma'am, it is western disturbances.
बुक में देखो भाई, वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंसेस बहुत क्लियर लिखा है बच्चे. स्टिल आई विल रीड इट आउट फॉर यू.
Good morning, ma'am. So sorry for being late.
Good morning, beta. It is fine. Better late than never, no? It is okay, no issues.
Okay, ma'am.
Where is that line gone? Western disturbances. Okay, I'll tell you where it is written, but then it is western disturbances only, not the cyclonic depressions, right? Because of cyclonic
Yes.
depressions, the eastern coast of the country is hit by the cyclones, right? Right, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Chaliye. Now, next is, read out the question.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Prachi, read out.
Number 4. Monsoon arrives in India approximately in. Ma'am, the
B.
answer.
The option.
Ma'am, early June.
Ma'am, early
Ma'am,
June.
early
Very
June.
good. Option C, early June. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
Early June.
Next, Yugraj,
Yes, ma'am.
read out the next question.
Monsoons arrive in India. The fifth one or fourth question?
Beta, you have to read out MCQs we are doing, no? All the MCQs are done?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
last
no,
is
ma'am.
left.
Last is left. This is what
Ma'am,
we
last.
हाँ, Yuvraj पढ़ो बेटा.
Which of the following characteristics of cold weather season in India? Some answer is warm and cold nights.
Which one of the following characterizes the cold weather season in India? What is your option?
Ma'am, cool day. Ma'am, cool days and
Ma'am,
cool.
Cold
warm
days and
days
cold
and
nights.
cold
Warm
nights.
days and cold night.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
option
warm
three.
days, cold nights.
Ma'am,
Option B.
option B.
The cold weather season में winters में क्या सुबह क्या गर्म होती है?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, C is the correct answer.
बेटा, it is cold only.
Ma'am, C. Ma'am, C.
Option C is the correct answer. Cool days and cold nights. ठीक है? ठंडे दिन और ठंडी रातें होती हैं. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Answer the following questions briefly. Briefly means in short, not more than 20 to 30 words, right? It is a 3 marks question, you can say. Now, what are the controls affecting the climate of India?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes, Avinash.
Ma'am, page number 27, climatic control. Ma'am, there are 6 major controls of the climate of any place. They are latitude, altitude, pressure, and the wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents, and relief features. Ma'am, इनको explain भी करना है.
Okay, suppose you get this question for 5 marks, then of course you need to explain. So you will be writing this answer in such a way that you can, when you get this for 5 marks, you can easily answer that. Am I clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Can we have Madhav answering the next question, Madhav?
Ma'am, I don't know the second answer. Why does India have a monsoon type of climate?
Why does India have a monsoon type of climate? Okay, anybody in the class?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes.
Ma'am, okay, 1 minute. Page number 30, there are 5 reasons given.
Fine. Can we have someone reading the same?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
may I?
on page number 30, ma'am, 5 points are written.
On page number 30?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Yes, can we have Prachi answering this question?
Ma'am, I also thought this was the answer.
Okay. Okay, the answer, anybody in the class who would like to try?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Adarsh.
Ma'am, India have a monsoon type climate because of ma'am El Nino, jet streams and cholera spores.
इनको हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं. The climate of India is strongly influenced by the monsoon winds. Like India has a monsoon type of climate because of the strong influence. The climate of India is monsoon type because of the influence of the monsoon winds.
Okay, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we can write about these points which Abhi was telling, no, the differential heating and cooling of land and water. This can be written, but then not the way it is given as it is. Shall I give you this answer? Or after discussing, shall I give you these answers?
Ma'am, after discussing.
After discussing.
Fine. We can write that the summer monsoons, they cause heavy rainfall when they blow from sea to land. The winter monsoon winds blow from the interior of the continent to the sea and do not cause much rain. There is a seasonal reversal of the wind system monsoon. All these are given in these points only, but not the way it is written in the book. As it is, we don't have to write. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to the next question. Which winds account for rainfall along the Malabar coast? Sorry, which part of India does experience the highest diurnal range of temperature and why? Diurnal मतलब होता है difference in the day's temperature and night's temperature. एक दिन के तापमान में, temperature में सुबह और रात में difference क्यों पाया जाता है? कहाँ पाया जाता है? Which part of the country?
Ma'am, northwestern part of the.
Ma'am, northwest.
I'm northwestern part of
Northwest
India.
में कोई specific जगह का नाम भी तो है बच्चे.
Ma'am, Thar Desert.
Yes.
Thar Desert.
Rajasthan. Ma'am, Rajasthan.
नहीं थार डेजर्ट, राजस्थान भी नहीं स्पेसिफिकली. आपका जो वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ राजस्थान है, थार डेजर्ट का जो रीजन है, सी इट इज गिवन इन द रेड, you can say pink box, blue box, orange box. Do you know in certain places there is a wide difference between day and night temperatures? In the Thar desert, the day temperature may rise to 50 degrees Celsius and drop down to near 15 degrees the same night. Got this? On page 26, right hand side.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now why this happens? Because of the absence of the sun and the lack of vegetation, the temperature drops to 15 degrees in the night. We all know that sand has the capacity of heating up fast and cooling down quickly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The reason. Now coming to the next question. Which winds account for rainfall along the Malabar coast?
Ma'am, monsoon wind.
Southwest monsoon wind.
Southwest, very good. The Arabian Sea branch जो है आपका summer southwest monsoon का, it is actually responsible for rain along the Malabar coast, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Next question. Can we have Prachi reading out the next question?
Yes, ma'am. What are jet streams and how do they affect the climate of India?
Okay, and can we have Divyansh Jain answering this question?
Ma'am, can I tell the page number?
Wait. Divyansh Jain?
Yes, ma'am.
Beta, answer. Jet streams and how do they affect the climate of India?
Actually, I'm not having the book.
Very good. Is there any point sitting without the book, beta Divyansh? क्या 5 दिन की छुट्टियों में आप बुक सब फेंक दी आप लोगों ने उठा के? हाँ? Yes.
Ma'am, may I tell the answer?
May I?
Yeah, no, wait. Madhav, tell beta.
Ma'am, page number 28
Okay.
and jet stream.
Read out.
Ma'am, these are the narrow belt of high altitude above 12,000 meter westerly winds in the troposphere. Their speed varies from about 110 km per hour in summer to about 184 km per hour in winter. A number of separate jet streams have been identified. The most constant are the mid-latitude and the subtropical jet stream.
ठीक है. उसके बाद.
Ma'am, I couldn't find where this is written.
Beta, it is written in the blue box, page 28, left hand side, last box.
Okay, ma'am.
And how do they affect the climate of India? This was what are jet streams. Madhav, as you have told this answer, do you know the second part of this?
No, ma'am, I don't know the second part of this.
Last, same page, page 28, left hand side, last paragraph. These jet streams are located approximately over 27 degrees to 30 degrees north latitude. Therefore, they are known as subtropical westerly jet streams. Over India, these jet streams blow south of the Himalayas all through the year except in summers. The western cyclonic disturbances experienced in the north and the northwestern parts of the country are brought in by this westerly flow. In summers, the subtropical westerly jet streams moves north of the Himalayas with the apparent movement of the sun. An easterly jet stream called the subtropical easterly jet stream blows over peninsular India approximately over 14 degrees north during the summer months. And these winds only, they bring, this is how they influence the climate of the country. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
This whole thing you have to write. Have you all marked?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Second part. Next question. Define monsoons. What do you understand by break in monsoons? Beta, read out. Anybody in the class?
And please will finding.
Okay. Okay, anybody for what are monsoons?
Ma'am, I can tell what are monsoons.
Ma'am, the period of rainy season. Constant rains.
नहीं बेटा definition बताओ ना monsoons क्या होते हैं बताओ.
The climate of India is described as monsoon.
Monsoon क्या है?
Ma'am, season.
हाँ, very good. The word monsoon has been derived from the Arabic word monsoon, which means seasons. In this season, the winds blow from land to sea for 6 months and from sea to land for 6 months. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the second part, what do you understand by the break in monsoons? Break in monsoons क्या होते हैं? We have read about the dry spells, no? I think I made you underline also in the book somewhere.
And it implies the seasonal.
Ma'am, page number 30. The onset of monsoon and withdrawal.
Yes, ma'am.
But where it is written, like it is written, the break in the monsoon rainfall refers to the dry spells when the monsoon rains take place only for a few days at a time. These breaks are related to the movement of the monsoon trough. When the excess of the monsoon trough lies over the plains, then the rainfall is heavier there. And when the trough moves towards the Himalayas, the plains are dry, but there is heavy rainfall that occurs over the mountains. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? I'll give you these answers, don't worry.
Ma'am, where is it?
I'll give you बेटा बुशरा, वही हमने बोला बच्चे, अभी हम दे देंगे, बस पहले डिस्कस कर लेंगे. Why is monsoon considered a unifying bond? Batao, anybody for this answer?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Ma'am, may I?
Okay, Prachi.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Prachi.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, Himalayas protect the subcontinent from extremely cold winds from Central Asia. This enables northern India to have uniformly higher temperatures compared to other areas on the same lat. Okay, ma'am, sorry, I forgot to tell the page number. Ma'am, page number 35, last paragraph.
Okay.
Monsoon as a unifying bond. Ma'am, similarly, the peninsular plateau. Actually, my brother is speaking very loudly. So sorry for that.
Okay. Read out.
Similarly, the peninsular plateau, under the influence of the sea from three sides, has moderate temperatures. Despite such moderating influences, there are great variations in the temperature conditions. Nevertheless, the unifying influence of the monsoon on the Indian subcontinent is quite precipitable. The seasonal alteration of the wind systems and the associated weather conditions provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons, even the uncertainties of rain and even uneven distribution.
Yes, this whole paragraph, we can chalk out main points from this whole paragraph, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next question. Why does the rainfall decrease from east to west in northern India?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes, beta, Aryan.
Ma'am, because they will move in a direction, so ma'am, the moisture content, because ma'am, they lose the moisture content, which means
और बताओ और क्या है?
is the reason of decrease in rainfall.
What else?
I think only this, my China.
नहीं बेटा. Anybody else for the same? No? Okay, less than 1 minute is left. So remaining part we'll do tomorrow in the class, right, children?
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
And
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
the second
Thank
exercise
you,
that
ma'am.
beta, listen, the second exercise that we have, you need to do in the notebooks, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine.
Okay, ma'am.